All right, so get ready. We are diving deep into Thailand's Loy Krathong festival.
Ooh, yes.
Imagine thousands of these little floating things, krathongs, right?
Yes.
Just drifting down a river, all lit up with candles.
Sounds beautiful.
I know. And we're going to use YouTube videos, some blogs, and articles to really get into the history and what it all means.
Sounds great. So are we thinking about, like, why they celebrate?
Yeah. Why do they do that?
Well, one story is Nang Nopamus, this legendary figure who, they say, made the first really fancy krathong.
Interesting.
But historians, they always have other ideas.
Right.
So some think it goes even further back, like way before the Sukhothai period.
Wow. So is it like a religious holiday?
It's a cool mix. Hindu and Buddhist traditions,
Okay.
Floating offerings, those are common all over Southeast Asia. It started as a way to, please water spirits. But then it changed to honor deities and ancestors. There's actually an article, the Thailand Foundation, and it talks all about this change and how spirituality is woven into Loy Krathong.
Okay, so it's like a big mix of stuff. History, spirituality, nature. I'm seeing why this is a big deal. But tell me more about these krathongs. What are they?
Okay. Picture a little delicate boat, usually made from a slice of banana tree trunk and leaves folded into a circle, and then it's decorated with bright flowers, candles, and these fragrant incense sticks.
That's pretty, but it's got to be more than just decoration, right? What do they mean?
Oh, it's super symbolic. Flowers are respect, worship, candles, that's wisdom and enlightenment. Incense is purity and devotion. But there's more.
More. Okay, this is cool.
People make them personal. They'll add a piece of their hair or nail clippings to let go of bad luck, like a physical letting go. Some even add coins as charity, and get this, kids will collect them from the water later.
Wait, so it's like getting rid of bad luck and making kids happy? That's amazing. Okay, but with all that stuff going into the water, candles and all, do they keep the rivers clean?
That's a good question, and something people have been talking about a lot more lately. Luckily, there's a big movement towards eco-friendly krathongs, made from, bread or fruit. You can even find some made totally of flowers.
Oh, that's good. So we've got environmentally friendly A&D tradition. I like it. Okay, but let's be real. Why should I, the listener, go to this festival? What makes it special?
Okay, well, imagine this, right? You're on the riverbank, and all these krathongs, thousands of them, with little twinkling lights reflecting on the water, and then, they're lighting up these old temples. Plus, the air just smells like incense.
Wow. Okay, you're really selling it. So it's not just looking at it, right?
Yeah.
Our sources were talking about a spiritual side too.
Oh, totally. It's all about taking time to think and be grateful, letting go of all the bad stuff. And actually, there's this one blogger from Bigger Life Adventures, and they put a little bit of their hair in the krathong as a way to let go of anger and doubt. They said letting it float away really did give them peace.
That's powerful. Okay, so it's more than just throwing something pretty in the water.
Yeah.
But is it okay for tourists to do this? It seems, kind of sacred.
From what we've seen, definitely. Thai people are so welcoming, and they want visitors to be part of it. It's a way to really experience Thai culture.
Okay, I'm convinced. Booking my flight now. But wait, where should I even go? Thailand is huge.
Well, you've got choices. Chiang Mai is awesome. They do Yipang at the same time.
Yipang.
Yeah. They release these sky lanterns, so you have lights in the sky and lights on the water.
Oh, double lights. Okay, that's going on the list. What else?
Well, there's Sukhothai. That's where they think Loy Krathong started.
Oh, cool.
The historical park there turns into this big, amazing venue. Lights, music, dancing. They even have a beauty pageant. Yep. Yeah, and the contestants dress up like Nang Nopamas. It's like going back in time.
So we've got history, A&D, a pageant. Loy Krathong is the best.
Right. And then, of course, there's Bangkok. The Chao Phraya River is just full of lanterns. You can go to night markets, rooftop bars.
Bangkok is always a good time. I saw this video on YouTube of a couple exploring Loy Krathong in Bangkok, and it looked so vibrant. There was this amazing opening ceremony with traditional music and everyone dressed up.
You sounds like you're ready to go. But before you pack, we got to talk about etiquette.
Etiquette? There are rules besides, don't be rude.
Oh, yeah, that's a good start. But this is important to Thai people. So number one, think about the environment and use those eco-friendly krathongs.
Right. Got to protect the rivers.
Exactly. And, it's a sacred event, so be respectful, especially at temples. Maybe dress a little more, modest.
Okay, got it. Be respectful, choose the right krathong, and no tank tops at the temple.
Got it.
Okay. But enough about rules. What actually happens during Loy Krathong? Besides the krathongs, what else goes on?
Oh, it's not just one night. It's days of celebrating. There are parades, those beauty pageants I mentioned, music, dancing. The food is amazing.
Hold on, did you say food? Okay, now you're talking my language.
The street food during Loy Krathong is on another level. You'll find all the classics like pad thai and curries, but then there's all these special regional things too.
Like what?
Well, in that YouTube video, the couple was trying these colorful coconut desserts and grilled stuff on skewers. It looked so good.
Now I'm hungry. And it's not just food, right? There's music and dancing.
The whole place is buzzing, music everywhere, traditional dancing. It's like stepping into a different world.
This all sounds incredible. But what if I want something a little more, unique? Any off-the-beaten-path Loy Krathong traditions?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We found some cool regional stuff. In Talk, they do Loy Krathong Sai.
Loy Krathong what?
Sai. They string together hundreds of krathongs made from coconut shells and float them down the river. It looks like a river of fire.
Oh, that's awesome. And it really shows how creative Thai culture is.
Absolutely. And then there's this other festival in Nakhon Phanom called Lai Rua Phay. They release these huge boats with lights and offerings on the Mekong River. Some even carry people.
No way. That's amazing. Okay, you've officially blown my mind with all these regional festivals. But let's be real, traveling during a big festival like Loy Krathong can be, well, a lot, especially if you've never been to Thailand before. Any tips for first-timers?
Yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming, but don't worry. First things first, book those flights and hotels early, especially if you're going to popular spots like Chiang Mai or Bangkok. Places get booked up super fast.
Makes sense. I wouldn't want to sleep on the street because I forgot to book a room. What else?
Think about transportation. Public transport and walking are probably your best bets, especially in the cities. You don't want to be stuck in traffic when you could be out enjoying the festival.
Yeah, no traffic jams for me.
Yeah.
I want to be right in the middle of everything. Are there any events I shouldn't miss?
Depends on what you're into. In Chiang Mai, the lantern release at Maejo University is a must-see, but it's popular, so get tickets early. And in Sukhothai, don't miss the light and sound shows at the historical park. They tell the story of Loy Krathong, and it's really cool.
Okay, adding those to my list. What about clothes? Is there a dress code?
Not really a strict one, but a lot of people wear traditional Thai clothes, especially in places like Sukhothai. It's a nice way to show respect, and it adds to the atmosphere.
Ooh, I love that idea. I can totally see myself in a silk outfit floating a krathong. But let's be practical. What should I pack?
Comfortable shoes. You'll be walking a lot. Obviously, bring a camera for all the amazing pictures. Oh, and insect repellent, especially if you're by the water at night.
Yeah, good point. Mosquitoes are not invited. And I guess a small bag to carry all my stuff.
For sure. Especially if you're releasing a krathong, you'll want a safe place for your lighter, matches, and anything you're adding to the krathong.
Speaking of, that tradition of adding things like hair or nail clippings, that's so interesting. Like a real way to show you're letting go of bad stuff.
I know, right? It's like you're saying, hey, I'm changing and moving on from the old stuff. Really fits with the whole idea of Loy Krathong.
It does, and travelers can do that too, right?
Definitely. Just be respectful. It's about understanding the meaning, not just doing it for fun. Speaking of, we talked about money earlier, how some people add coins to their krathongs for charity. Is there like a certain amount you're supposed to give?
Ooh, good question. I wouldn't want to be accidentally offensive or anything.
There's no set amount, but generally just give a small amount that feels good to you. It's about being part of this tradition of giving back and understanding that we're all connected.
That's a really nice way to think about it. Okay, last question before we move on. Photography. Loy Krathong is beautiful, so of course I want to take pictures, but how do you do that respectfully?
It's all about finding a balance between capturing the moment and actually experiencing it. Be aware of what's around you, don't block anyone's view, and always ask before taking pictures of people, especially monks or anyone participating in ceremonies.
Right, common sense and politeness. And while those big pictures of lanterns and krathongs are amazing, maybe try getting some of those smaller moments too, like a kid's face lit by a candle or the details on a traditional outfit.
Yes, those are the photos that will really take you back. They capture the true feeling of Loy Krathong. And speaking of capturing the essence of Loy Krathong, let's move on to the next part where we'll get into the deeper meaning behind this amazing festival.
All right, so we've covered a lot about Loy Krathong, right?
We have.
The history, all the things you do, the sights, the sounds. even like the smells of this festival.
It's amazing, but now I think we should like really get into it, like the philosophy of Loy Krathong.
Yeah, because it's clearly more than just, pretty lights and good food.
Exactly. It's really about some core Buddhist ideas, like impermanence, letting go, and being grateful.
Okay, those are things we could all use a bit more of, I think.
For sure. And these ideas, they're for everyone, It doesn't matter what you believe.
So let's break it down. Impermanence. So what does that even mean, like at Loy Krathong?
Okay, so in Buddhism, impermanence, it's called anicca in Pali, it means that everything is always changing.
Right.
Nothing stays the same, like the weather, our feelings, it's all temporary.
And Loy Krathong shows that, right?
Yeah. Think about it. You're putting that krathong in the water. It's like saying, we get it, things change, we can't hold on to things forever, they'll just float away.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. It makes you want to, really appreciate what you have now.
Totally. And that kind of leads to the next thing, letting go. Loy Krathong is like a ritual for that,
Yeah, it's like you're physically putting your worries and stuff into that krathong.
Exactly. And when it floats away, it's like they're leaving your mind too. You're accepting that holding on to bad stuff, it drags you down.
And that makes room for good things.
Yeah.
Right? Like peace and new starts. That Thailand Foundation article, they said some people use Loy Krathong to say sorry to the water goddess for polluting.
Right. It's about respecting nature and realizing we're all part of it. And that brings us to gratitude. I mean, Loy Krathong is full of that.
Yeah. Being thankful for the water, for nature, for everything good.
Even just making the krathong is showing thanks, right? Like you're giving us something beautiful back to the world.
And the candles and incense, it's like recognizing the good in yourself and in everything.
Exactly. Focus on the good stuff. Be happy for the simple things. So how do we take these Buddhist ideas from Loy Krathong and actually use them, even if we're not in Thailand?
Yeah, good question.
Well, it's about finding ways to practice these things every day. Maybe spend a few minutes thinking about how things are always changing.
Or, I don't know, write down the things you're worried about and then tear up the paper.
Yeah. Or just try to notice the good stuff in your life, even small things.
The point is, find what works for you. Loy Krathong just gives us a cool example.
Yeah, starting point. But the real change happens when you make those lessons part of your life.
Here's something to think about. If you made a krathong, what would you put in it? What are you ready to let go of?
And what do you hope for? What are you grateful for?
Loy Krathong reminds us, we can always let go of the things holding us back. We can accept that things change. And we can choose to be grateful.
This was great. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Loy Krathong.
I hope it, inspires you to live a little more mindfully and appreciate the good stuff. Until next time, keep exploring and keep on diving deep.